Monday.
Welcome back to the Legends Clubhouse. On a Monday, I am Bobby Kaboose, as always, with the guy that sometimes shows up, Lawson Turner. How's it going, man? How was
Uh,
your weekend?
it was action packed, dude.
Action
And
packed?
I mean,
What did you do?
I'm sure I did the exact same thing you did. We watched SummerSlam.
Oh, you didn't? Well, yeah, but what else did you do?
I mean,
Mine was action packed. You didn't do anything. You just sat in that room.
I don't have a life, man. I watch stuff. I'm a
It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate, man.
I'm a content consumer. I consumed content all weekend.
I um I went and played tennis on Saturday morning.
Yeah,
Um that was interesting. And then we had a show. We
you
had a
did have a
SummerSlam
show.
preview show. And then we watched the first night of SummerSlam. And then yesterday I went and got Korean barbecue, and it
How
was
was that?
amazing.
Hmm.
It was amazing. It was I was craving it for a while, and then watched SummerSlam again. Um and I don't know if you want to just dive right into that, but
Yep.
um, I'm so disappointed in WWE right now. And it's you know between Charlotte and Alexa Bliss winning, I knew that was gonna happen, but I'm like, dude, like they missed out on so many fucking storylines, dude. They missed out on, Liv Morgan coming back and, having her being replaced in the tag team title reign, and then, the whole thing with Dirty Dom, and they missed an opportunity there. I would have rather saw her and Rhea win the tag team titles than Alexa and Charlotte.
Mm.
Um, they could have did this almost the same thing about pairing just two superstars together, but they make sense more,
Mm.
um, I'm glad Dominic retained.
I
Actually,
thought the Guerrero spot was pretty dope.
yeah, that was pretty cool. I'm kind of glad that Solo won. I think he needs that title more than Jacob,
Yeah.
especially with the MFTs or whatever they're called. Um, but the only cool thing I think that happened was the Seth Rollins cash in, and I didn't even want that. Like, I thought it was cool at the time, but like, again, I think I could have. I think I laid out a better story for the cash in
Mm.
involving Cena than the Seth Rollins cash in on Saturday night.
Now, how the entire event ended, you didn't think Brock's return was dope?
I mean, it was okay. Like it's like I've never like I've always been a fan of Brock. Like I don't care that he's like a part timer and like whatever. Like he's phenomenal in the ring. Like he sells. He's a beast, obviously incarnate, and other shit. He's great. And he's a legit badass, right? He's NCAA national championship champion. He was like the last guy cut on the Vikings. He's a UFC champion. Like he's a legit badass, right?
Yeah.
So, um, we all know that. But like again, dude, like with Cody Rhodes winning, first of all, I think he's being fucking shoved down everyone's goddamn throats. Why did like I told you on Saturday? Why the fuck does this guy have to win back-to-back Rumbles, the King of the Ring, and Roman streak, and John Cena's last run or as champion? All this shit. Why is he why does it always have to be just him? And so I'm kind of sick of that. Now WWE just set it up to where I don't give a fuck what Cena does for the next 4 months. Like I think they absolutely killed that story. They have him turn back face on Friday,
Yeah.
which I was hoping was a ruse, and he would come back Sunday and do something where he would stay heel and stay champion.
Mm-hmm.
He could have, his whole goal was to leave with the title and ruin wrestling. I think that was a fucking great angle. Why they fucking went away from it, I'm not sure. Um, they should have did it until the goddamn day that he fucking retired, and he could have beat Brock Lesnar or whoever the fuck at the very last match he had, and then Seth Rollins could have cashed in and saved wrestling and could have, like, I think you brought it up, been like the messiah of saving wrestling.
Yeah, he could have came out like the Monday after, or whatever, and been like, "All you people should be grateful because
Yeah.
I saved wrestling." Right? It would have been a great angle. I mean, I thought SummerSlam overall, from the shock factor, I thought a lot of the matches were pretty straight. Um, Obviously, it left a positive, taste in my mouth because I'm a Brock fan. I think from an attraction perspective, he's one of the best,
Hmm.
in the past, 10, 12 years. The fact that there's so much offline, well, I say offline, like online hate on like Twitter and stuff and social media for
Hmm.
Brock, it's like I understand it to an extent. However, I think it's blown out of proportion. Like it's your shock factor. I'm the only thing that I don't like. I don't like the cowboy version of Brock with the long hair. That's
His
the
hair was wild. His hair was wild.
that's the only part of this that I don't like. How he he's got it like tied together up top, but then it's all like hanging out from the sides.
Yeah.
I'm like, bring
See,
bring
I
back,
like when he had the braid. I like when I like when he stole my haircut,
yeah.
and others, Sam WO will be like, Sam WO knows that, like, I've had this hairstyle for like a while,
Yeah.
and longer than Brock, like, and he's always just like, why'd you have to copy out Brock? And then he knows how much I hate Brian, or Daniel Bryan.
Yeah.
And Daniel Bryan had my hairstyle too, and he would fuck with me and be like, you just want to be like Daniel Bryan. I'm like, motherfucker, I had it first.
Right. I mean,
Yeah.
as a fan and as a what this sets up, I'm pretty excited to see how they're going to do it. Because once again, if you scrap the potential of good storylines, there has to be something else there. And when Cody beats Cena, it's like, okay, well, they're not going to give Cena a belt again.
Right.
Or if they are, it's not going to be a big time belt. But
Hmm.
there's no point in really putting a mid card belt on him either, because it doesn't do
Right.
anything. I don't know. It's the interesting thing, because what's he gonna do? Feud with Brock for a month or two, and then who's his last two? Who's his last two small like rivalries off the checklist to end it?
Right.
End it. If this does go like a month or two.
Probably Roman, right?
Well, Roman's about to take time off to film Street Fighter.
Okay. So, well, yeah, because I don't know, because they didn't feud yet. But I'm like, it just seems like they're going with everyone that has had a feud with him already, right?
Edge is
At
gone.
um, they went with Orton, Punk, um, Cody, now Brock. I would think Roman would be in there, but maybe around his last match, I don't know. But dude,
Edge would have been a good shout, but he's out. But he's gone.
I think the only way you fix this, and in my mind, that would be cool, that is if Cena's last feud was with Howdy, and you mix in the Firefly Funhouse match,
Yep.
and you psychologically build that to fuck with Cena, and maybe he does Firefly Funhouse match, round two, against Howdy, and Howdy beats him, and you never see Cena again because he went into this,
Now he's trapped in here.
yeah, he's in the Upside Down. If you watch
Stranger
watch
Things.
Stranger Things, you're right. Yeah, he's in the Upside Down, so then you never see him again.
Someone's
But
got to go in there and save him.
yeah, yeah, exactly. And it's probably gonna be Cody, because Cody's fucking, man. People were fucking pissed about Super Cena. I'm fucking pissed about. uh, give me a fucking give me a name for Cody Rhodes. Um,
Mr. America. That's what we were fucking when we were all watching SummerSlam last night. It's like, uh oh, it's Captain fucking America, Cody Rhodes. Trying to beat up
Yeah.
on Super Cena, you know.
Yeah, fucking Captain Cody. We can call him that,
There
Captain
you go.
Cody.
Yeah.
And like, dude, like I said, man, it's just to me, it deflated. It deflated John Cena's last run. It's like I don't care what happens now. I mean, unless the Howdy thing happens, like I really don't care what the last 4 months of Cena is. I have no interest in his promos anymore. I have no interest in anything. I mean, we've seen him and Brock. I guess that's cool to see one more time. Like I said, I'm a fan of Brock, but this just doesn't do much for me. I'm like, I would much rather see an angle where he was continued to be heel. I mean, it wasn't long enough. And like even my buddy texted me, he's like, even if The Rock's music would have just hit and distracted Cody, I would have been cool with that.
Hmm.
Or, I told you I was hoping that, that the Travis Scott thing was just a work so people would get over that and it would be the end of the storyline or whatever. But um even if Cody would have ended up selling his soul to The Rock, man, like I don't know. I guess I probably would have probably still been pissed, but like getting babyface Cody was probably the worst fucking.
Outcome that
And
could
then they
happen.
hug and he passes the torch. Like, come on, dude. Like, oh God, it was so dumb to me.
Brock,
I hated it.
I was gonna say because the last time Brock was here, that's what Brock did. Cody beat Brock, and
Right.
Brock kind of did the whole grab his arm, hold it up on all four angles, and kind of pass the torch per se. But yeah, like Cody now has turned into like the big dog era of Roman Reigns,
Exactly. That's what
where
that's on Saturday, I believe.
yeah, where
Um,
he's constantly showing up, not really destroying people like Roman was, but he's just okay. He's gonna take 7 AAs, including a super one off the
yeah,
second turnbuckle, and still kick in. It's like, oh fuck, fit. And it goes back to my point that I mentioned a couple months ago. Finishers don't really mean shit anymore.
right.
Which
So it sucks that they're not protected
yeah.
like that. Like you should be able to hit and another thing about the finish is feel like there should be more matches where they don't hit their finisher. Like Kevin Owens, if, for example, has such a cool like repertoire of moves. Like he'll hit with somebody with something that like you're like, shit, have I ever seen that before? And like something like that, like a devastating move, like I feel like, or like catching someone off guard, like should be implemented more into the match. Like, especially, I get like everyone by now knows that it's a work, and it's scripted and all that, but like, fuck, man, like,
Mhm.
aren't you supposed to be still imitating like real fights? Like, or do you need to, have your Mortal Kombat finish where you're finish him and you have to do your finisher to fucking, destroy your opponent and
Yeah.
and get fucking kicked out half the fucking time.
Mhm.
I mean, Cena fucking didn't he kick out of like the triple crossroads or whatever the fuck he calls it? Like,
Yeah, he kicked out of like
yeah,
six different ones, and then
yeah.
he took like the super bump through the table, and just
Hmm.
all kinds of stuff, dude.
How about Jelly Roll taking that bump through the table? From over.
I was watching it and playing on the game with one of my boys, right? And I'm like, holy fuck, Logan Paul just destroyed Jelly Roll through the announce table, and it was so funny because when we did the preview show on Saturday, I was like, I don't see this match going past 25 minutes. Yo, that shit was kind of hype, dog.
Yeah.
I was like, he's doing a lot more than what I thought, and the fact that um I saw a lot of people online were like, hell yeah, bro, because you could tell that now he's like a fan because he took the finish, he took the
Hmm.
career-ending bump per se. They all were medical assistant walking him out, and he turned around and got back in there. I thought it was fucking. I was entertained. I was like, wow, for a
Yeah.
celebrity appearance, I thought it was pretty
Yeah.
sick.
You could tell that he like respects the business, I guess. Because he probably was like, because I think that, like, if I ever got that opportunity, right, like, if we blew up and, like, they were like, look, Bobby, we're gonna give you one, a spot at the Rumble, or a spot, like this or something, one match, whatever. I'm
Mm.
like, dude, I want to fucking I want to take your finisher. I want to fucking
I want to take
like that.
all the bumps.
Yeah, I maybe want to go through a table. Like, fuck it, dude. Like, let's go.
Fuck it, dude. Hit me with a chair.
Right. Yeah, dome shot, dude. Fucking hit me in the fucking head with a chair. Fucking give me some color, right? Like,
Let me get a 2005 chair shot. Like, just give me it
yeah,
all, bro. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm right there with
Um,
you. Where it was so just it was interesting to watch, and and even before, like, weeks ago when he first did like his first appearance, it was so funny because when he got to the back, because they're still they're live, doing the show from the back. He fucking goes back through Gorilla and is like, guys, I'm fucking in love with this Triple H. Can I please, if I lose more weight, can I come back? I want to do like a whole and it was super interesting too to have like him sing like the first line for Randy's theme and got the whole crowd into it and all that shit. The aesthetic of SummerSlam is always one of the best because it is the midway point of the WWE year.
yeah. Yeah, when he took that Claymore, dude, I busted out laughing. Like, I literally laughed out loud because I was like, Jelly Roll just got fucked up. But no, I was like, like, at first when Logan hit the splash, I was like, oh shit, like, is he legit hurt? Like,
Yeah,
and then when I saw like the personnel that came out, I was like, oh, okay, it's a work.
yeah,
Because they'll throw up the double X, or the X, if
they're fucked up
don't
for
cross.
real.
They don't cross the hoss when they get hurt, so
Right.
they'll set that up, and you're kind of looking for that. But usually they try to get that off of camera as well. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, okay, he's probably all right. And then when he came back, yeah, and I was like, okay, he's coming back to get the win, and I was pretty surprised that he was took the pin. But like I said, I think that kind of shows the respect that he has for the business, because he's
Mm-hmm.
like, I think that did a lot for Logan Paul. I
Yeah.
think it did a lot because I think with WWE creative doing that, especially Paul being, getting the pin on Jelly Roll, I think that's like, they're like, dude, we trust you, and we can. I think that was his, like, nod of approval to become a future world champion.
w- we can give you the win on a big stage, whether as opposed to it being like just Drew pinning Randy or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
or
Um,
or role going over because he's, the
the
special
face.
guest.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like, especially if Jelly Roll had anything to do with that, that's awesome. Like, he's like, dude, like, if you, it seems like he was happy to be there, and like I said, like, with the bumps and finishes that he took, um, I'm wondering if he was like, dude, he's like, put him over,
Yeah.
like, I'll take the loss. Like, I'm not a wrestler. Like, this is gonna be fun for me. So,
Mm-hmm.
um, you know.
I saw on TikTok this morning. So you know how they always do like the fan cam where like in between matches, so like, oh, this
Yeah,
celebrity's here and this celebrity's here and this celebrity's here.
yeah.
Drewski was behind the announce table. You know who
Mhm.
Drewski is, the comedian.
I didn't know him until he did his little monologue on there, and then they showed him, and he's a comedian.
Yeah, he does a lot of internet skits and stuff like that. And I saw someone was recording and posting on their TikTok that he was standing on two chairs looking over, and so Bob said, "Drewski, sit your ass down," because he was just taking over, and then Drewski looked behind him, got off chair, and said, "Bro, I'm trying to see if he's dead," and it was after Jelly Roll took the table spot. And
Oh
I'm like,
God,
that's so funny.
too funny, too funny.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
but
and then with the Roman Reigns and Jey Uso versus Braun Breaker, like, it kind of makes sense now that, like, when Seth cashed in, but, like, again, dude, like, I would have went the other way. Like, it was, I guess it was somewhat cool that Roman had Jay, or they had Jay, go over as far as get the pin.
Yeah,
I thought he was matched to take the pin. But I would have went the other way with that too. I mean, I know we talked about it on Saturday, like what we would do and all that stuff. So like, I don't want to just go through that show again. But
yeah,
like, you're to me like it was like, okay, like you're in the a match with two main eventers and you just lose. Like, I mean, like it's
hmm
kind of kills the momentum of the group. I know Seth got the title, but you can't have you can't have guys like Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker be like goons to fucking Rollins, right? They got to hold their own. They got to be able to be destructive. They're not it's not like how he had Buddy Murphy and what's his name? Austin Theory with him, or
yeah,
it's like, they're the Good Brothers, Carl Anderson and Luke Gallows, or something like that. Like, it's like these guys are like supposed to be like
the next up and
damn
comers
near,
too.
yeah, damn near world champion-esque with Rollins.
Yeah, they're on the
And
cusp.
it's like, okay, you could have had them win and continued this momentum of them just being destructive. Now they lose their first, big match, and you're just like, okay, like,
hmm
I guess they can protect Rollins now. You
Yeah,
know, I,
I'm right there with you. Where like, especially if Rollins is, because all the clips were resurfacing online where Becky Lynch is recording Rollins on crutches with their daughter and stuff like that, and everyone was like, if this was an all time just crazy work, then it's like posting it online with your fucking kid, dude, is ridiculous.
yeah. Well, no, like I said, dude, like I just, I thought it was cool, somewhat cool. Like I was like, oh shit, like they're doing this now. And then I don't know if I texted you or one of my other buddies, but I was basically like, when that happened, I was like, well, Cena's losing.
Yeah,
Uh,
it was also.
and
Oh, I'm sorry. Continue.
no, it was just like I said, man. I would rather see that storyline, and I don't know if that had come up or if it was even on their radar to do something like that. I'm sure it was. I'm sure they have creative, smart people, but like I don't know, man.
Oh,
I think that would have been they call it the rouge, the ruse, what is it, the
heist and
rouge,
century.
no, the ruse of a century that they called it on SummerSlam after the heist, and I
Oh
think the
yeah.
ruse would have been way better with John Cena.
hmm
As like we've talked about him being like the messiah of wrestling and being like, I saved this for you. Like, why aren't you grateful?
Yeah.
Type thing.
It
So
it was so funny because I brought up on Saturday's show. I'm like, how come whenever titles change hands, if there's not like a side beef, they just come out to the ramp and say, I'm still here, guy. And then
yeah,
right when Ron's music hits and he comes out there and clutch, I was like, oh, stole those
they're
fuckers
gonna
stole.
do it.
I'm like, hey, those fuckers stole my idea.
My idea.
But then when he turned around and threw the crutches and his whole Titantron changed, like damn near
Hmm.
instinct, I'm like, son of a bitch, they're gonna take this from me, aren't they? And then fucking in the matter of, I think it was 5 minutes and 10 seconds, a lot of the titles rechange hands, and everyone on social, because I always look to see because when the social media air, I want to see the overreaction. A lot of people
Yeah,
like, now you fucking know how it feels to what you did to Jeff, back in
yeah,
2009, you fucking dick. And a bunch of people um editing, taking screenshots of like CM Punk's like grave and stuff for his title reign and all
yeah.
that jazz. Um, but yeah, dude, it almost essentially rekindles that feud that'll go on forever,
Right,
because Rollins forever was, well, you left and tried to tear it down, and now I'm gonna make sure you're never on top.
right.
hmm
Yeah, and that it does rekindle that, but like again, like I get it, and you made a good point. I didn't think about that as far as like I'll ruin it for you, and you'll never be on top. I didn't think about that angle of their storyline, because I remember now that Seth Rollins, like that was like his mission
Yeah.
when he came back. But, again, if you don't have the cash in on Saturday and Cena wins, then you could have him,
Tease
kind of being
tease
like,
both
okay,
of them.
yeah, yeah, exactly. You can show up on both shows, you can attack both of them, you can always be lingering and you don't know which one because he's got the history with Punk. And then, if I know if you didn't want to do it for Cena's like last match, you do it, a couple weeks before, and right before Survivor Series, you have Seth Rollins cash in, then he fucking wins, and then he fights Punk at Survivor Series, champion versus champion. Like, I mean, that could have been something too.
Right.
But I guess I like it a little slightly more that with the point that you made, but still, I think I would have went in a different direction.
Um, for do you have a
Do you have it?
because I was thinking about this. Do you have a upset of like the event?
As far as like one that I was super shocked that happened.
Like Tiffany Stratton beating Jade Clean.
Yeah, I mean, actually, mine would have been the Jelly Roll, man. I was kind of shocked that he lost that match, but I was very happy that he did.
Yeah.
Um, but actually, like we said, like about the TLC match, like I'm glad that the Wyatt Six, I think, was the only ones that deserved to win that and should have won that, and they did win that, and I'm happy about that. Um, I'm glad Dom retained. I'm somewhat glad that Solo did because I think Solo needed it better than Jacob.
Mhm.
Um, I like I said, I'm not pissed, but because I don't really fucking care about the women's tag team titles, but they could have went way different with that. Becky Lynch retained. We kind of figured that, right?
Oh,
And
speaking of that match, what'd you think of like some of these spots like the zip tie spot?
dude, I don't remember. Honestly, I don't
Oh,
remember the match at all.
fucking
This match might have been one that I was like, I
you
just
don't
didn't
give a
really
shit.
pay attention.
Um, kind of about the midway point of the match, Becky Lynch zip tied Lyra's uh hands together,
Hmm.
and there were a lot of spots where it there was one in particular where it looked like the zip ties broke earlier than what obviously the spot was, but for a match that as we talked about on fucking Saturday show, that was kind of like your bathroom break match. I thought it was
Yeah,
very solid. Once again, I was fucking entertained.
yeah. Did Bailey come out? Did Bailey come out and attack somebody?
Yeah, because Becky was about to hit Lyra with a crowbar, and then Becky came out and saved the
Was
day.
that last night or was that Saturday?
That was yesterday.
Okay, that's why. Because I watched like half of the event at the bar on my phone. That's why I'm like, I don't even remember this fucking match going on. That's probably why, because of like I I didn't really see the TLC match, which I might go back and watch, but I saw who won and I
There
saw
was
some of the
I was about to say there was just so much chaos when there's a 6-team TLC match,
Mhm.
there's always gonna
Well,
be a bunch of shit.
it's like you said on Saturday, dude. It's like SummerSlam's all about the fucking face. And like after the first fucking three matches on Sunday or Saturday, I'm like, dude, this event might suck. And I was like, I just until Rollins cash in was the only cool thing, and then like I was like, well, I don't even know how I feel about it. And then Sunday, I was like, okay, like I'm like I'm just already disappointed in what happened on Saturday that I don't really care what happens on Sunday, and it just got worse for me because
Hmm.
I'm not a Cody fan, and I think he's being shoved down our fucking throats.
When I really well, not understood, but when I knew that it was the face uh event,
Hmm.
it came out years later. I don't know if you were still watching by then, but once again, I was a youngin. In 2010 at SummerSlam, it was Team WWE versus Team Nexus, and the Nexus
Hmm.
were the Destroyers, super bad guys, stuff like that. And the original plan was to give this young faction to go over the heel over the faces and stuff. and
Yeah.
then there was a last minute change, and now once again Vince isn't there anymore, and
Right.
but John Cena also agreed to this, that um, they don't want kids going home on a after SummerSlam sad. It's SummerSlam, they got to end happy, and I'm like,
Yeah.
that's such a kick in the balls, because like when you have a good dominant faction or a good dominant heel guy, you have to give he, she, them those really, oh, I can't believe they
Yeah.
won at a pro face event like SummerSlam.
Right. Right. And you know, like it's like I'm not a fan of AEW, but I think AEW is less targeted towards kids.
Yeah, they're more
Um,
for just your
your
mid.
fan
I was gonna say
and
middle aged, but you know it depends on what your definition of middle aged is.
yeah. And so I hope that or like I don't hope, but I wish that WWE not to be more like AEW, but to target like AEW. Like, you know, as far as you said, like, oh, make the kids happy. They have to go back to school. Like, fucking, they're pissed or whatever. Like, what the fuck, dude? Don't fucking gear one event towards kids where like the rest of us have to be like, oh, okay, cool. Like, I get to see every fucking good guy win and you know have a parade for him. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man. Like I said, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. And even like I went to SummerSlam like 2 years ago,
Mm.
and I remember the event not being great either. Like I had a personal terrible experience there, but like I just remember like you know we went there at like noon or 1 o'clock to pregame, and we were having a fucking great time tailgating, and then we get in the event, and it was just like you know someone fucking farted in the room, and you're just like, okay, cool. Like, and then on top of what happened to me, you know,
Do
even worse.
do you
I got,
remember?
by the way, I got, um, I got profiled, by a security officer,
Nice.
and he basically ruined my entire evening. And to a point where I emailed, Ford Field, because it was at Ford Field where the Lions play. I emailed Ford Field with pictures and video of me being profiled and nothing.
For what?
Nothing at all, dude. Because dude, I had, you know, some dude didn't like me having being a white dude with fucking braids. Um, and we were so our seats were like third row from the entrance.
Mm.
So like every time someone's music would hit or whatever, we would get up and like walk down like 2 steps to take like pictures
Yeah.
and it would everyone was doing this, right? And people from like 15 rows back were running up every match. And so the security guard that was like, you know, we're kind of elevated, and so he's on the ground and can you still see me? My shit's going dark.
No, I can still see.
All right, cool. I don't know why my light on my laptop's going dark, but anyway, um, so um, I'm up there, and you know, again, there's like 20 to 30 people doing this, and we have the closest seats doing this.
Yeah.
Um, so and I'm on the aisle too. So like I have the last seat on the aisle, like so like my seat is like literally I could take 1 step and fucking sit down.
Yeah.
This security guard on the ground points me out of everyone and tells me to get back to my seat. And I was like, you know, everyone else is here, and he's like, no, get back to your fucking seat. And I was like, dude, like, no, like, why do I have to go back to my seat when everyone's doing this? And he goes, this is the last time I'm going to tell you. And I'm like, okay, dude, like, go fuck yourself. So I started taking video of like everyone fucking passing me to go do this. I took a picture of the dude. I took like a video of him saying shit to me, and I'm like, dude, like, fuck you, dude. And so he goes, say one more thing. And I go, what did I do? And so like I told him like basically I was being a smartass at this point because I was also drunk,
And
and I'm like,
pissed.
yeah, and I'm like, one more thing, bro. And even my buddy was like, dude, this is kind of ridiculous. He fucking gets on his walkie-talkie, and I'm like, dude, what the fuck, man? I'm about to get kicked out of SummerSlam. I fucking spent like $300 on these fucking
Yeah.
tickets or whatever.
I'm
Fuck.
pissed.
and I can't even like this was from the first match, Lawson. The very first match when I went up there and he's sorry, and so like my mood had like
Bad taste in your
changed,
mouth immediately.
yeah, immediately, dude. I couldn't even enjoy the entire event. I feel bad for my friends because like my attitude, like I was like, dude, fuck this and all that shit, and like my friends were like just trying to enjoy themselves and like I get it, and but like my one buddy was like, dude, like that's fucked up. So we continued we start doing it like after he calls the walkie-talkie. I'm like, okay, now I'm waiting to get kicked out, so people are still walking in front of me every entrance to take pictures of the guys coming out. And again, I'm fucking videotaping them. At one point, like it got dark, because obviously it's it gets nighttime and then like the sun goes down and you don't get the sun beam inside the
Yeah.
stadium. At one point, I had to fucking put my fucking flashlight on to take a video, and like these girls and shit were like, "What?" Like, get your flashlight away from my face. And I'm like, get the fuck back to your seat. And so, the security guard, I told you he walkie-talkie to someone, dude. This dude, he comes down the steps, walks through people, taps me on the shoulder, and he's like, I need you to get back to your seat. And I looked at him, I go, you can tell all these motherfuckers to get back to their seat, and once they do, my seat is right fucking here. I'll sit down. Until then, I'm standing the fuck up. And so,
And what
and like,
happened?
he just looked at me and he was like, everyone's gotta go. And like he kicked back and he just stared at me. I go, yeah, now I'll sit right here where my seat is 5 feet from me instead of fucking 15 rows up. And then I went back down and I told the fucking security guard to fuck off and I went back to my seat.
That's so funny.
They called him on me. Dude, it was like I was so mad, dude. And like I said, dude, my buddy was even like, "Why are they fucking with you?" I go, "I don't know, man. It maybe it's because I fucking have braids. Like, I don't know. Like, there's no other reason. Like, besides that, besides our fucking hair, we kind of look similar. We both have beards, and we're both fucking 6'2" and fucking, handsome. So,
And handsome. That's it's
like,
so it's so funny that like he was being a stickler for you, and there were 58 other people from 15 fucking rows up sprinting down.
dude, we like me and my buddy were like what the fuck, dude? Like, and so like I said, I fucking I emailed customer service at Ford Field. I
Fire
told them like
this
my
man.
experience, and I was like, dude, like this is unacceptable. I was literally profiled. They made me feel like shit. They made me basically be pissed the entire event. And I told him I was like, I don't know if I'll ever go to another event at Ford Field because like I'm like fuck this place like
Did
for
you
real. And I'm not a big fan of going to football games live either, so it's not like I would want to go there for a Lions game. So I'd much rather go to a baseball game, like to be in the
the
there instead of
atmosphere?
for football. I feel like I miss too much
Mm.
if I go to the game, but um
Did you
I
ever get an
just
email back?
no. They like people like, okay, fuck this dude. I'm like, okay, dude, like seriously, fuck you. Like I'm and the shit that they do to Lions fans now, like Lions tickets are averaged out to be the most expensive in the
Jacked up
league.
now
They
because
don't
they're hype.
pass for fucking 70 years, and you're like, okay, finally the fans that fucking stuck with us, we're gonna fucking raise the prices because we had 2 good fucking seasons. Like, get the fuck out of here,
Well,
dude.
well,
Fuck
yeah, it's
them.
time
Fuck
to.
them.
Well, yeah, it's time to jack up the price, man. Not
Right.
now. It's time to cash in.
Yeah. And then, between that and, just they have these rules like for season ticket holders. I'm friends with a couple season ticket holders that like you have to go to like a certain percentage of games, and like they track it by your phone. So even if you like say if me and you went to a game, right? And we weren't meeting at the same time, and I transferred the tickets over to you so you could get in the stadium, that goes against me. Even if I'm still in the fucking stadium, because we didn't enter together and the tickets weren't under my phone. So people that have had season tickets for fucking ever, a lot of them, a lot of people I know like will sell the prime time games because
Yeah,
they're worth some. They can get some of their money back and whatever. Dude, that goes against you now, and they can revoke your season tickets
I'd be
if you hit like
pissed.
this threshold of selling your tickets. And like they make you, and I'm sure this is how every franchise is, but they make you buy the fucking 1 to 2 preseason games in the package. No
Hmm.
one goes to those. No one that is a season ticket holder goes to the fucking preseason games. And then again, it docks against you if you try to sell it if you don't go.
One
It's
of
fucking retarded.
one of my boys gets he's a season ticket holder for the Bucks. He says, dude,
Hmm.
I don't even use my seats. I go to the game, then I go stand by the pirate ship with everybody and just get drunk and hang out at the pirate ship. And I'm like, hey, it's awesome, dude.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and
I said like a normal Bucks fan. He's like, yeah, dude. Like he said, bro, I when I finally got some fucking money saved up, I got these two fucking cheap season tickets, and they've been apparently season ticket prices don't like whatever you get them at. That's what they are for I guess forever until you're not. So he said, dude, I pay like $1,200 a year. I have these two fucking season tickets. I don't even fucking use the seats. I just get in the game and go stand by the pirate ship. And I'm like, so your drunk ass is just fucking screaming, fire the cannons the whole game. He said, absolutely every touchdown, fire the cannons.
well, so going back to the night of SummerSlam when I
Yeah,
went real quick. On top of that, dude, on top of that, and then it was the one where Jey Uso fought Roman for the title,
yeah.
the main event. But so we leave, and I get fucking rear-ended on the fucking highway on the way home, and so I get fucking rear-ended. And I knew it was gonna happen because I kind of had to stop quickly, and I see the car behind me, and I'm like, dude,
They're
like
not
they're
gonna
not
stop.
stopping. I'm like, just fucking brace yourself. We're getting fucking hit. Well, they hit us, and I was like, fuck, like I was like, shit, and I'm like, fuck, dude, like and I was like, I don't know, like I don't know if I should stop or whatever, and so I start slowing down to fucking, I put my emergencies, try to get over, and like we were like. We would have had to get over like 3 lanes of traffic. I'm like, fuck, dude. So I'm like trying to get over, and then my buddy was like, dude, like, because we were drinking all day, and I stopped drinking, so like don't get on top of me. I stopped drinking when the event started. I didn't have one drink at the event, so I hadn't drank in 4 or 5 hours or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah.
So chill out. So but we still had a cooler full of alcohol. So I'm like, fuck, dude, if we pull over, they're gonna obviously see this. And so my buddy was like, maybe you should just keep going, because it's not like I hit anyone. It
Yeah.
was the dude behind me. And so like we're slowing down. We see the guys slowing down, and I was like, you know what, fuck it. And so we just took off. Get home, check out my car. Luckily, the car that I had at the time had a little not a full trailer hitch, but like a little trailer hitch,
Yep.
and so it kind of hit that, and there was no damage. So I was like, okay, cool. Um, so that was my SummerSlam 2023 story, and I will probably never go back to Ford Field.
Yo, what if you hold on? What if like you go to the mall and you see him in like the food court? Like you're just gonna point at him from across the fucking food court?
No, man. And like I said, dude, I think I may have rubbed him the wrong way because of my hair. Maybe
Was he an older dude?
uh he uh he was probably the same age. But
Yeah, it's still so funny.
white dude with braids, dude.
Hey,
Maybe not everyone's cup of tea, especially if you're maybe not white.
hey man, I
So
get it. The
yeah, dude, like I feel like I was profiled, and I was like, dude, like you can go fuck yourself, bro. Like I I I don't see color, and I'm cool with who wants to be cool with me, and if you're not the same, then we're not gonna get along, and that's fine, and just don't fuck with me, and
and they were fucking
uh,
with you, man.
they're fucking with me. So
That's funny.
fucking,
To go back to I said SmackDown. To go back to SummerSlam. So what would you give it like out of 10
like a 4.
for both nights or just?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like I said, man, you know, you've made some good points about like the action and you know there was some high spots and
Yeah.
stuff, which is cool. I'm more of a storyline guy where you're gonna
Right.
go from here. You know, and the matches, some of the matches may have been good, but overall I don't like the results.
Yeah. It's like, what do you do now from here?
And like especially after you mentioned that, dude, the face thing, I never really paid it too much of attention to something like that. And then when I just started seeing like fucking babyface after babyface after babyface getting over, like I'm like, this is fucking stupid.
I
Isn't, isn't there something else on? Maybe we can switch over to Happy Gilmore 2 again.
I love though how like Cena's entrance, how it started out black and then it fucking exploded, and all his lights and shit came on, and bro, I was getting so many.
Small hope. That gave me a small hope of him turning back heel, but because I like the switch over,
Mm,
and I was like, that still gives the door open for him to turn heel by the end of the match.
yeah.
He had the black out, but yeah.
When Cena did the sunset flip outside the fucking ring,
Mhm.
I was getting so many texts like, "My fucking goat's in his fucking bag," and I said, this reminds me of 2016 Cena when he was doing all the crazy moves, saying it because everybody was saying he can't
Yeah,
wrestle. Yeah,
I thought Orton was your goat.
huh?
I thought Orton was your goat.
He is. My boy texted me that. Yeah,
Okay.
he texted me, "My goat's in his fucking bag."
I thought that's what you said. And I was like,
Oh,
he's not your goat. You can only have one goat. I hate when people are like they're the goats. No, you
there's
can't have
one.
two greatest of all times.
There's
That doesn't make
one.
sense.
Right.
Like or like, oh, they reached goat status. No, they didn't. There can only be one. There can only be one. The greatest of all time. It's not the greatest of all time.
Yeah, I'm
It's
right
not
there
the
with you.
greatest of all times.
Hmm.
Like, there's one. One. That's why they have a Mount Rushmore. Because you get four. You only have one GOAT.
Some we
It's
didn't.
Michael Jordan. It's Hulk Hogan.
Some, some we didn't talk about. What do you do with Gunther now?
Apparently, he's taking time off.
I mean,
That's what
I mean, he deserves it
he
because
deserves it.
he. Yeah.
But yeah, that's I mean, you have maybe him go against Cody Rhodes. Has that happened? He might win. I could see him winning the Rumble.
I saw
Um,
I saw something on Twitter. Now that Brock's back, we need to have a Brock versus Jacob Fatu match, and then I was like, no, we need Brock against Gunther's big ass. Just two physical freaks, and my boys were saying if Brock's cool with getting chopped, and those old heads, they do not want to get fucking chopped.
I was thinking about this. After Hogan dying and shit, and seeing all his highlights and shit. Gunther is the modern day Iron Sheik, man. For sure. Like he is that fucking that foreign heel that I don't think will ever be a babyface, and
And he's cool with
he's
it.
dominant as a heel, and I think he's the new age Iron Sheik. If that hasn't been said before, it has been said now.
It has been said now. It is too pretty cool when like people have like the heel look and they just embrace it and they're like, you know what? I'm probably never gonna be a
Mhm.
fucking face anyways, so I'm just gonna
Right.
embrace it and be a full on heel. That's where
Yeah.
I feel like this new age of wrestling is missing, like just that pro dominant heel. Cause when
Oh,
you continue,
I'm sorry. Something popped in my head. So
no,
continue.
let me hear.
Well, no. It's kind of going off topic. That's why I want you to
Oh
finish.
yeah, like for every era of wrestling, there's been like just the heel of the era.
Hmm.
Like Sheik, and then even though Stone Cold was a face, he did some heel shit. Shawn
Correct.
Michaels, whatever whatever side of the shit you were on. Then in the early
Orton.
2000s. It was Edge, then Edge, Kurt, then led into Orton, and then led into Mark Henry when he had the Hall of Pain shit going on. He was the super heel. But yeah, like there's that super heel person missing, and I think Gunther, like, he fits the look, he fits the role, his style. He's great on the mic.
Yeah, especially having a submission and then being like a powerhouse as well, like the multiple
Dude,
power bombs and
he's
shit.
so
Um,
fucking physical. But all those
so,
European guys are.
right. One match that we kind of glossed over and didn't mention at all, dude. I think this happened Saturday night in the first three matches. I was pissed as soon as Karrion Kross lost. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, that was kind of I, I was confused on that. Speaking of Cross though, before jumping, like another level in the match, they on Saturday after because they do the post pay-per-view press conferences.
Mm-hmm.
Saturday they said they were gonna stop doing that, and it's like, oh well, now they said they're gonna stop doing that, because for Brock, because there'd be some uncomfortable ass questions about that.
Mm-hmm.
When Triple H was on like the panel on Sunday, they were chanting, "We want Cross, we want
Mm-hmm.
Cross," and Triple H said, "Oh, y'all wanted Brock, y'all got him." It's like they're chanting
Yeah.
Cross, dude, not Brock. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
like,
You Brandon or
huh?
whatever. Uh, uh, let's go Brandon. Remember, like they're chanting "fuck you Biden," and they're like, "Oh, I think they're chanting "let's go Brandon." Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
just
dude.
some
Um.
stupid shit like that. But yeah, when Cross lost, I was like, oh fuck,
Yeah. I'm like, dude.
this is gonna be heels.
Like,
I mean, Face City.
yeah. I was like, I go, okay. Not only did I want Sammy to fucking use the pipe, but he didn't. Like that would have been a better angle. I wanted Cross to win. That should have been a better angle. Like once Sammy threw the pipe away, Cross should have hit his finisher,
Easy.
and it would have been over. And but it doesn't do anything now. It just kills Cross even more, dude. Like people want to see him, people care about him, yet you're trying to make him not like
He
like
he's
I
another
don't know.
he's another character where he's got the look, the hair, the tats, the entrance, the storyline of trying to draw out the evil from people.
Yeah,
But it's like you have to legitimize these certain guys in these key spots, whether it be face or heel, depending upon the event.
yeah. Yeah, and too, like it's like, okay, obviously we don't know what's gonna happen next with some of these storylines and shit, but it's like, fuck, dude, like what, like you're trying to not let me or not make me care about people when they lose like this. Like Karrion Kross, like when the fuck did he ever win a match? Like Jesus Christ, like,
I don't remember
and
last time
then
Karen Cross won a
then he,
match.
he's get this push. Same thing with like Austin Theory and guys like Grayson Waller. Like I find these guys fucking entertaining and I think they're good and like they're just like okay, like if they're just glorified jobbers, man. Like
Mm.
they're jobbers with a fucking personality. Like just at this point just fucking give me fucking big Brad Johnson on the in the fucking ring like they used to and just like a no-name fucking jobber in squash matches like because that's basically what these are as far as the results.
Yeah,
They put on a better show than a fucking local jobber, but they're just glorified jobbers with names and backstories.
I know
They always
faces. I know faces are gonna obviously go over more than heels, but I wish as opposed to being like a 70-30, I wish it'd be like a 60-40.
yeah.
Just to
See,
just to
I wish it was like a 55-45. Like make it like as
yeah.
even as you can, dude. Like fuck, man.
I don't know.
It's
I think that.
that's why I was just super disappointed with the whole event. So like
Mm,
how what would I said I would rate it about a 4. What did you give a rating?
5.5, 6. I was actually like I was the for I thought the matches were good. I thought because no storyline kind of ended.
Yeah.
Everything's still kind of wide open. That's what I think tonight on Raw. It's gonna be a fucking movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I hope.
it's gonna be. I hope it's gonna be interesting to see who opens the show. Maybe Rollins comes out and starts talking to just going on Rollins rant, and Punk comes out pissed, or vice
Mm-hmm.
versa. Punk comes out pissed, and Rollins comes out to say, "Told your dumbass that you'd never be on top." One of those.
Right.
Cause the Cena storyline's on SmackDown thing, right? Like Cena's on
I
SmackDown.
think so. I
Yeah,
think so. Yeah.
cause it'd be interesting, like if Brock opens the show, and then I
Mm-hmm.
I also saw that they're gonna have a triple threat match for Paul Heyman between Brock, Roman, and Seth.
But yeah, I mean, they're all. You would assume that they're all still probably together, most of them. So who knows who's gonna be showing up on Raw tonight? But
Yeah.
um, yeah, man, it's just like I said. I was looking forward to the card. I was looking forward to this shit, and to me, they completely screwed everything up. But um, anyway. There was something else that I'm so tired, dude. I got like very minimal sleep last night. I woke up, or I didn't even, well, I guess I woke up after like 20 minutes with like a migraine, and that turned into fucking nausea. And I was up until about 3, 4 in the morning. Um, and having to get up fucking at 7:20 to fucking do this show. I'm just exhausted. So I'm about to go back to sleep after we finish this up. So I apologize for my lack of energy and thought process through this whole show, but what
But
else?
since we got like 5 more minutes, Nerfy time.
Nerfy time.
And while we're
Uh,
going through Nerfies, did you watch the Tigers Phillies game when
I
Scuba was on the
watched
mound?
some. I watched some of. Was that Saturday?
Saturday was the Scuba game, yeah.
Yeah, I
That
wa
shit,
They started off with fucking 6 strikeouts.
bro. That shit was awesome. They both
We told you. We told you to parlay that with one of our picks.
they both ended with 10 apiece, and I was like, damn, dude, this shit's awesome.
Yeah, man. I think I hit mine. I'm not sure.
Yeah, you did.
I
Mine did not, because
So
of
yeah,
course it
you
didn't.
you would if you would have parlayed that with mine, it would have been money.
Yeah.
If you didn't, then you're a sucker. All right, I think I got mine.
I'm just trying to be sucker free in a world full of lollipops, man.
I'm taking the Royals and Red Sox. They start at 7:10 Eastern time. Bailey Falter is a left-handed pitcher going for the Royals. He's 7-5 with a 3.73 ERA with 70 strikeouts versus Brian Bello. He's 7-5 as well. He's got a 3.19 ERA and 83 strikeouts on the year. Uh, Red Sox, Royals, lock it up of your Nerfy for the
Before
day.
before I get into mine, one of the more popular like prop bets that I saw going around on social media on Sunday was Mitch Keller under 7 hits allowed. The Pirates were playing in Mile High against the Rockies, right?
Mhm.
Through 5 innings, he had given up 4 hits. His line was at 6.5, right? For hits
Mhm.
allowed. He walked somebody, doesn't count as a hit. Gave up a 2-run homer, a solo homer, and a solo homer in 3 straight at bats for the over, and I was like, "Damn, I'd be pissed." It was so
Bad beat. Bad beat.
bad, fucking beat, bad.
Bad beat.
For mine, give me the battle of the lefties. The Yankees and the Rangers. We got Max Fried on the mound, who's been one of the best pitchers all year. He has a 12-4 record. I think that's tied for. That is first. He's tied first for wins. It is Fried, Garrett Crochet, and surprisingly, Freddie Peralta also has 12 wins on the year. He has a 2.62 ERA and 125 Ks, and it is Patrick Corbin for the Rangers. He has a 6-7 record, a 3.78 ERA with 93 Ks. He's given up a 176 batting average against these Yankees batters, and they're still without Aaron Judge, the lefty masher. So hopefully we can get 3 up, 3 down both ways.
Yeah. Yep. Same way, man. Parlay those bitches to get even better odds. Anyway, um, thank you for joining us here on Monday at the Legends Clubhouse on New Leaf News on YouTube. Go follow us. Obviously, if you're watching YouTube, you know, hit that subscribe button. Check us out on all of our socials at New Leaf News on X, on Facebook, on Instagram, Blue Sky, TikTok. Obviously, I said YouTube, and I think that's it. I'm not sure. Go to newleafnews.com/.network. Both of them will take you to the same great site. We have daily content, whether it's sports, wrestling, entertainment, music, um, murder shit, murder porn, or whatever you want to call it.
Whoa, buddy, you've got to calm down.
Oh, my bad. Well, isn't that like a thing like for chicks to watch murder shit and, you know,
Just
whatever?
calling it murder porn kind of is a little over the top.
South Park made a whole episode about it, man. Look into it. Um, it's it's all your crime shows and shit and documentaries. But um, where was I? Oh, even if you like space magic, some space magic shit is on there. Horoscopes, politics, whatever. We have it all. Go check us out. Go check me out at Bobby Kaboose on X, on Instagram. If you even like podcasts, like check out my other show. It's on under the Pods and More section, our latest episodes, over at New Leaf News. It's at 64-Bit Legends. Check us out on Insta and on X. My man over here is at Lawson _1226. On both of those platforms. Again, we all know that is not only his pin, his last four of his social, but it's his birthday too. Go get him a birthday gift. I'm too tired to go through the whole fucking rant on what he wants on his Amazon wish list. So I am about to go back to sleep. So good night, everyone. And Lawson, if you want to take us back out.
Before we leave, I saw that the new King of the Hill revival is all on Hulu now. So if you're into King of the Hill, go fucking watch King of the Hill revival. As always, thank you so much for joining us for episode 47. We're kind of cruising. We're almost there at 50. Next Monday will be 50.
50. 50.
50. As always, thank you so much for joining us this morning. We will be back Wednesday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time in the morning, and for the Legends Clubhouse and New Leaf News, I'm Lawson Turner, and that's the Bobby Kaboose. We will see you beautiful people Wednesday morning. Until next time, peace.